going on, my YouTube family? It's your boy back again to bring to you another one of those lit reactions I would love so much in the near future. Only if you all hit that subscribe button. Yes, we need you all hit that subscribe button, man. Smash it. Just smash it until there's no more subscribe button to smash. But today, I hope you all having a good day. I know I am. I had a rocky morning so far. Getting everything set up. A lot of technical difficulties, but nevertheless, I'm here today. And before further ado, we're going to get into this reaction. Today, we have top 10 craziest things you've probably never seen before reaction. We say top 10 craziest things you've probably never seen before. I don't know where you're getting the top 10 from, but anyhow, let's get on with this video.
It's pretty easy to get bored nowadays. The internet allows us access to information people can only dream about a few decades ago, so some of us think that we've seen pretty much everything. The truth is, we haven't. In order to find out more that you don't know about, you gotta do the same thing that made you jaded in the first place. Browse the internet. I mean, I constantly do, and you'll be surprised to find out just how much information is out there, whether it's good or bad. Just to give you a sneak peek, I'm going to show you things that'll blow your mind, especially the photo on number 1, so stay tuned for that. Here are 10 of the craziest things you've probably never seen before. Number 10. Beer bottle bricks. In 1960, Alfred Heineken, the grandson of the brewery's founder, took a trip to the island of Curacao in the Caribbean Sea and discovered that he could barely walk 15 feet on the beach without stepping on a littered Heineken bottle. He was alarmed by two things. First, the incredible amount of waste that his product was creating due to the region's lack of infrastructure to collect the bottles for reuse. Second, the dearth of proper building materials available to those living in the impoverished communities he visited. So he thought up of an idea that might solve both of these problems: a brick that holds beer. The rectangular Heineken World Bottle, or WOBO, designed with the help of architect John Habraken, would serve as a drinking vessel as well as a brick once the contents were consumed.
I think this bottle is amazing. I gotta get me one of those. You should go on Amazon and see if I can find one of those models. Probably somebody will have one selling so expensive, but it's worth a shot. It's a cool looking beer bottle. Like, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Ever.
The long side of the bottle would have interlocking grooved surfaces so that glass bricks, once laid on their side, could be stacked easily with mortar or cement. While the brick bottles never actually saw the market, in 1965 a prototype glass house was built near Alfred Heineken's Villa in Noordwijk outside Amsterdam. Even the plastic shipping pallets intended for the product were reused as sheet roofing. The two buildings still stand at the company's former brewery tuned museum, the Heineken Experience. Number 9. The Tongue Drive System. The Tongue Drive System, or TDS, is a wireless and wearable assistive technology. It is designed to allow individuals with severe motor impairments, such as tetraplegia, to access their environment using voluntary tongue motion. In other words, it allows people who otherwise wouldn't be able to drive an electric wheelchair and even use a computer by using only their tongues. The machine itself is put in the user's mouth and comes in two parts: some kind of control pad that is attached to the roof of the mouth and acting as a stylus of some sort, as well as a tongue barbell attached to, well, where else? The tongue.
That's cool.
In basic, it's a D-pad for your mouth and your tongue is the thumb. It probably doesn't work that way exactly, but that's the gist of it. It looks pretty uncomfortable, but it's apparently easy to use and get used to. Number 8. Night lights for bats. Bats are already perfectly equipped to fly at night. They have amazing echolocation abilities that allow them to navigate in between objects even in pitch darkness. That's why I found it odd why a particular Dutch town opted to build streetlights for them. The groundbreaking initiative, a culmination of more than 5 years of research on the impact of
Who will really think to build a night light for a bat? Something that uses echolocation. But hey.
artificial light on nocturnal species, it uses street lighting that features a specialized bat-friendly recipe of LEDs. Unlike the LED lighting that many of us are familiar with, this particular network of lights glows with a somewhat eerie red hue. To light-sensitive bats and other nocturnal creatures, however, this specialized spectrum preserves the night conditions critical to their well-being. The lights aren't actually there to allow the bats to see better at night. In fact, the reddish hue is possibly even invisible to them. But why have them in the first place? Well, as it turns out, the town was built near a nature reserve that was home to a particularly light-sensitive species of bats. The red lights were designed to reduce the impact the town would have on the bats' nocturnal activities without compromising on the safety of the residents. Number 7. The Cult of Mickey. Now, here's something that is the stuff of nightmares. Imagine walking into a dark theater, then suddenly somebody turns on the lights, and all of a sudden you're surrounded by 100.
Just imagine that for a second, like you walk into the theater, as he say, pitch black, and when the lights turn on, all you can see is dozens of Mickey Mouse faces staring back at you. Oh, probably faint, pass out, everything. You didn't call an ambulance.
Of creepy children, all of them wearing Mickey Mouse masks. You might think you just walked into a ritual of some obscure Mickey Mouse cult, trying to will their god Mickey to absorb another giant franchise like DC or something like that. But sadly, this photo was nothing more than a meeting of the Mickey Mouse Club members taken during the 1930s. Many people thought that the Mickey Mouse Club was only a TV show which started in 1955, me included. However, it's actually been around way before that. Before the show aired in 1955, the Mickey Mouse Club already existed as a real club in the 30s. The first Mickey Mouse Club show was conducted at the Fox Dome Theater in Ocean Park, California on January 11th, 1930. In order to watch the show, people would have to become a member of the club. After the first show, the Mickey Mouse Club would then go on to be hosted in more than 60 theaters in April of the same year. To keep members entertained even when there's no show, on April 15th, 1930, Disney published the first official bold...
Remember we all think, get me a Mickey Mouse app, so something's do recording you, know?
Of the Mickey Mouse Club. The club had about 1 million members by 1932. No word about now, or if it's even still around technically. Number 6. How crowds are made. Nowadays, you'll be hard-pressed to find a big-budget blockbuster movie not relying heavily on CGI. But nothing really beats good old-fashioned practical effects. Even big movie franchises like Star Wars recognizes that fact. Well, at least the older, good ones. That's the reason why, despite the $1 million budget that they have for digital effects, a lot of miniature sets were still built for the movies. Case in point is this amazing miniature set built by Michael Lynch for Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace. This was used during the crowd scenes of the pond races. To depict the crowd, Lynch painstakingly cut and painted 450,000 cotton swabs, and to give the illusion of movement, like when the crowds are cheering and waving their hands, filmmakers placed fans to blow air up from beneath the setup. A pretty ingenious way to make crowds, I gotta say. And you all can have your own opinions on everything about Star Wars, but I still enjoy The Phantom Menace personally. Number 5. Aim for the fly.
You want zit? Take it out. Fire away.
Remember to aim. It's very important.
Urinal designers have been obsessed for decades with finding a solution to so-called splashback. Just what is splashback, I hear some of you asking. I'm not explaining in this video, but ask any man and you'll get your answer. In any case, it's a very messy thing that should be avoided.
You know, there got some people that really need an aim for the flow. That means they go in public places and when you go in, you go full of pee and walks not and you just go walk through that. Like, ugh. Something is wrong with aim. And if you can't aim, sit. And if you don't want to sit, well, when you've done dirty place, take tissue and clean up after yourself. Ain't hard.
If possible. Fortunately, Amsterdam Schiphol Airport seems to have a solution that worked, and it dramatically reduced their bathroom cleaning costs. And the solution is actually pretty simple. Etch an image of a fly at the bottom of the urinal. It turns out that men and their urinal behavior cannot resist peeing on things, especially if they look as though they might wash away. It's like a sacred ritual for us men. Number 4. Stick 'em where the sun don't shine. We are lucky to be living in the modern world. Aside from all the modern conveniences that we take for granted every day, we also have a longer life expectancy compared to just a few decades ago. Diseases that can easily be cured today gave doctors a lot of problems back then, leading to a lot of quacks developing cure-alls for all types of ailments. Some have since been proven to actually be effective at what they claim, and others have been proved to be outright deadly. And then there are those special few, kinda like this one that looks like it came straight from the creator's, well, backside. These, my friends, are called rectal dilators, and I guarantee you don't want your doctor to tell you to take 2 of these in the morning. As its name suggests, they are used to dilate your rectal muscles, and you accomplish that by shoving these up into where the sun don't shine. The product's labeling claimed it corrected constipation, promoted more refreshing sleep, and could relieve foul breath, bad taste in the mouth, sallow skin, acne, anemia, lassitude, mental herbitude, insomnia, anorexia, headaches, diarrhea, hemorrhoids, flatulence, indigestion. Oh god, that's a lot. Needless to say, it didn't work, and a lot of people found out the hard way. Number 3. Niagara Falls freezes over. Never in my life would I have believed that Niagara Falls is actually frozen over. That is until I came across this photo. Believe it or not, the mighty falls has indeed frozen to a standstill, and it's happened numerous times in the past. During an extended winter cold snap, a hardened crust of ice can accumulate over parts of the falls, creating an amazing naturally formed ice sculpture that has been known to reach a thickness of 50 feet. The falls never actually freeze completely solid though. Water continues to flow beneath the
One place I would love to see in my life is Niagara Falls. Never been. I've seen pictures before, but you know, just an average Caribbean boy trying to get the big dream. And I'm rambling, so back to the video.
ice at all times, although it's reduced to a trickle on the rare occasions when ice jams block the river above the falls. Historically, when this blanket of ice has spanned the entire Niagara River, the phenomenon has been known as the Ice Bridge. People used to stroll and frolic on and around the frozen falls and even walk across the ice bridge at the base. However, sadly, no one's been allowed to do the latter since 1912. That year, the bridge broke apart and 3 tourists lost their lives. Now it's time for today's best pick. Today's best pick is something that you think you'd only be able to see in your darkest nightmares. Oh, how wrong you are. Find out more about it next with number 2. Polyodontia. Normally people have about 32 teeth. If you got more than that, then you have polyodontia, a condition wherein you grow more teeth than normal, kinda like a shark. The scary thing is, it can grow on any part of your body, not just inside your mouth. Some will have an extra couple of teeth and that.
Wanna see them toes? I hope that was just Photoshop. Nah, that can't be real. That cannot be real.
It really isn't a big deal. In fact, it can even be beneficial. Freddie Mercury has 4 extra teeth, and these extra chompers are often credited for his amazing singing voice. But in extreme cases, it's pretty horrific. In 2019, doctors in India removed an astonishing 526 extra teeth from the mouth of a 7-year-old boy. He originally complained of jaw pain, but when doctors scanned and x-rayed his mouth, they found a sac embedded in his lower jaw filled with abnormal teeth. After discovering the sac, 2 surgeons removed it from the boy's mouth. It took 4 to 5 hours to empty the sac to confirm its contents and discovered the hundreds of horrifying teeth. Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed. Come on guys, what's up with that? Can you guys please hit the subscribe button? You guys watch my videos every day anyway, so you might as well subscribe and keep up to date with every video we put out. Number 1. The smartest group photo. The Solvay Conference, founded by the Belgian industrialist Ernest Solvay in 1912, was considered a turning point in the world of physics. Located in Brussels, the conferences were devoted to outstanding preeminent open problems in both physics and chemistry. The most famous conference was the October 1927 5th Solvay International Conference on Electrons and Photons, where the world's most notable physicists met to discuss the newly formulated quantum theory. The leading figures were Albert Einstein and Niels Bohr. This photo shows the greatest minds of the time, with Einstein front and center. It's often been called the smartest photo ever taken, with 17 of the 29 people in the photo moving on to be Nobel Prize winners. That's about it for today's video, and I hope you had your mind blown as much as mine was. Also make sure to check out the channel's other equally mind-blowing videos.
Alright guys, so just tell me what y'all thought about that reaction video, but just please remember to, like and hit that subscribe button, leave a comment if you want to, for more future videos like this. But until next time, it's your boy and I'm out.